East of the Rockies. You're on the air with Speaking Wind. Where are you, please?
My name is John, and I'm talking to you from Utica, New York.
Hi, John.
Hey, how are you, Art? I've talked to you a few times over the years. It's been a while, but I'm sorry you're under the weather, and we'll say a prayer for your relative.
Thank you.
That's fine. Hey, oh yeah, Art, I forgot to say, Art, I thought you'd get some stuff on the Lorraine Day, since she had the cancer. For your friend.
Yeah, obviously that's one avenue I'm going to follow, sure.
Oh, okay. Oh, Mr. Speaking With, it's a great pleasure to talk to you.
Well, thank you, and good morning to you.
Okay, sir, I was wondering, with all the stuff that's going on environmentally and sociologically and all the suffering and chaos that goes on in the world, what do you think are the steps that we can take collectively and consciously as a world to regain the balance and in the healing that the world needs? Do you feel it's just, at least I feel instinctively we all need to love, but what do you think? How can we do that?
I think that is a very good question. And to answer you truthfully, when we can finally look inside ourselves and love ourselves and come to understand who we are and not just who we're told we are, life becomes a very valuable commodity. And everything around us becomes something very special.
Sure.
It's when we can see the world we live in through those kinds of eyes that we'll stop raping it and just stop destroying it.
Sure. I was wondering, Mr. Speaking With, have you ever met Betty Eady?
Yes, Betty's a good friend of mine.
Oh, really?
That's amazing, because she once said, I see her all the time at seminars, and she says, just her thoughts alone tend to transcend these happenings that are going on around us, and we just need to generally purify our thoughts in any way we can with all this love. But it can be so tough with all the cynicism.
I'll give you a little clue on a good way to do that.
Okay.
When you get up in the morning and
Sure.
look in the bathroom mirror, chances are, like myself, I usually give out one big scream because of what I see. It looks very alien to me.
Sure.
But if you can just look in your eyes and call yourself by name and just say, I love you.
Sure.
And start your day off like that. It's a beginning. It's a beginning that someone doesn't have to tell us how, and we find our own way, and then life becomes special. It becomes something meaningful, and we're a part of it. We're instrumental, and we're very important. And the next time that you see Betty, please tell her she owes me a phone call.
Okay.
All right, thank you very much, caller.
Have a great Christmas, guys.
Take care.
Oh, you too. Have a wonderful holiday.
Okay, west of the Rockies, you're on the air with Speaking Wind. Hi.
Good morning, Art. Good morning, Speaking Wind. My name is John. I'm calling from Ogden, Utah.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, John.
Good morning. With no disrespect meant to your guest, Art, I think my question is more directed towards you, because Speaking Wind said that he hadn't heard your program prior to tonight.
Right. And the reason I brought that up is because so much of what he said echoes, so much of what we've heard from other guests on my show that I felt I had to qualify that. Anyway,
All right, sir.
Anyway, go ahead.
Well, my question is this, Art. A couple of nights ago, we're discussing Y2K, and the world's going to end on the January 1st of 2000.
No, nobody said the world's going to end.
Well, I mean, we went along that direction.
Maybe the world as we know it. I mean, if computers and mainframes fail, the world as you know it will change on that day.
All right, sir. Now, I think it was the next night, the Catholics are saying that the world's going to end on the 30th of June when we get hit with the bolide.
Yeah, that's right.
Tonight, your distinguished guest says we're pretty safe till 2012 anyway.
Yep.
Art, who do I believe?
Who do you want to believe? I mean, in other words, I'm not. I don't think for you, sir. I present information, and I presume that you can think for yourself.
Yes, sir.
So I'll turn the question on you. Who do you believe?
Well, after listening to all three of the guests, I don't have a clue. I mean,
I'm with you.
Do I prepare for the 30th of June? Do I prepare for the 1st of January?
Well, I do have a suggestion there.
Sir.
Forget the dates. Prepare.
Prepare, huh?
Yeah.
I am. All right. On the flip side of that, Art, it is really special to hear somebody as spiritual as your speaker tonight. It's good to hear spirituality versus religion. And I do thank you for that. Speaking Wind, it's been a pleasure to hear you tonight.
Thank
Art,
you.
have a great holiday season.
Okay, sir, take care. I'm not sure there really is a distinction between spirituality and religion. I think that people who are religious are spiritual. Some are not. Some are hypocritical. But some who claim to be spiritual are hypocritical as well. So I think it's a great mix. I wouldn't say a Catholic is, because they believe in Catholicism, is not spiritual. Would you, Speaking Wind?
No, Art. I believe that anybody that can love from the heart and live from the heart, this is the true nature of the human race.
Yeah, I agree with that. First-time caller line, you're on the air with Speaking Wind. Hi.
Hi, Art.
Yes, sir.
Yes, good. Thank you. And Speaking Wind, also, you've been sounding really good tonight. I love the messages coming out.
Thank you.
I've had the pleasure of attending some meetings here in Los Angeles of a collective that's speaking through a Russ Brown, who is a born psychic. And they have been warning us that there's something much more dangerous even than HARP that's in the works that we must all put our attention on as soon as possible. And that is work on breaking into the fourth dimension and taking weapons into that dimension, or even crude material from the third dimension that could create a devastating destruction of much of creation. I'm wondering, is there anything of that information in the information that you're bringing forth?
In a way. Have you ever noticed when, just in the normal run of a day, when you're just really angry, really ticked off at either one person or several people or the world, how those same kinds of attitudinal behavior patterns expressed by people come into your life?
Oh, absolutely.
And people, the old adage, live by the sword, die by the sword type of thing.
As you think, so shall it be.
Precisely.
Mm-hmm.
And the answer to your question, or perhaps an answer, is instead of carrying the weapons, why don't we just learn to love ourselves and attract others of like ilk? And as people see, all it's going to take is just a few people that can see it's possible. We've been away from that for so long. We've lost our ability in so many cases of understanding the love we were created with, and that's what grows within us. And when that happens, it's almost like beating the swords into plowshares. I truly believe that when we can learn to understand the love we have within us, and it's expressed in whatever way, that has such a unbelievable proportional effect on everyone around us that weapons won't become an issue. But the longer that we carry that sidearm, the longer we carry the knife, or the longer we carry whatever out of fear, then we become like a magnet. And when you have several magnets together, it creates a stronger magnetic force. So I believe the answer is us. If we want to change things, we have to do it within ourselves, within our heart, and get out of the head, get out of the judgmental thing, quit attempting to look at the world through standards other than our own, and just accept the love we were created with and let that flow forth. And as a result of that, as a direct result with that, and as an immediate result of that, I believe you'll find people laying down their weapons. When you're in love, when you feel love, it's amazing, but if you ever notice, trouble doesn't seem to find you.
That's very true. Now, Art approached a subject, too, and that is that leaving the planet through death and being someplace else. In the context that you're speaking tonight, in terms of the promise that was made to us collective and the promise that will be kept in terms of a fifth world, will many of the souls that don't make it directly by staying alive into the fifth actually reincarnate into the fifth later?
Absolutely. That's part of the promise that was made to us from the beginning, and that was that no one is destroyed or lost along the way. Everyone makes it. Some, it just takes a little while longer.
Oh, that's fascinating.
And that's such a beautiful expression of what a real God is, that there's the mercy and the grace is so far beyond our human understanding.
Caller, I've got to run. We're at the top of the hour.
Thank you very much.
I agree completely with you. Speaking Wind, hold on. Folks, if you get a chance, go to the theater and see a movie called What Dreams May Come. Echoes of what you just heard. We'll be right back.